Hi and welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if you don't know anything about Assassin's Creed, it's been around for quite a few years. It's been really successful, and this new game is Valhalla, which is all about Vikings, which is really quite exciting from my point of view, because we obviously live in an area in the northeast of England where there's lots of things that are very Viking related. There's even a town with a massive Viking statues of two Vikings because they came here and conquered. Now this is available on the PS4, the PS5, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and PC and Stadia. So it's all about Vikings invading, making allies and massive epic battles. So it's a hugely enjoyable entry to the series, offering an enthralling Viking RPG experience with super satisfying combat and exploration of medieval England. Now, as you can see here, this is a battle scene. As you can see, it's got castles, it's got knights in armour, and obviously the Vikings with the various equipped weapons that they have, the Viking horns, the traditional Viking axes, and lots of other things. There's really tons and tons of great weaponry within Valhalla. It really is really has took it to the next level regarding the kind of weapons that you can get, and I found it really exciting. I also find all the graphics absolutely phenomenal. It looks great. Now, one little thing that Assassin's Creed Valhalla hasn't got, it hasn't got a massive amount of stealth, but there's enough battles and enough chopping off people's heads to make you not worry about that. There is some stealth, there's sneaking around various castles and things like that. However, the consequence of the series possibly has drifted away from its stealth roots, giving the Creed a little bit possibly of an identity crisis. But saying that, is it more not how you start but how you finish that counts? Maybe the company are trying to expand what Assassin's Creed is all about, and it's just a matter of time before they bring in more stealth in a second game to satisfy both camps of people who maybe wanted more stealth within the game. It's got very engaging Viking style combat, lots of fights. The story does actually scratch that Game of Thrones itch if you're missing Game of Thrones. It's got an excellent RPG level progression as well. The fights are absolutely fantastic, and you will thoroughly enjoy how they actually come about and what you have to do when you're in a fight. And you've got loads and loads of skills, and it can really work. Now, the other fantastic thing about this game is medieval England looks absolutely phenomenal, and it is a joy to explore. They have really nailed this. There's a few games that come out recently that have really nailed how beautiful the games actually look. Now obviously Assassin's Creed Valhalla, as you can see from these images here, look absolutely incredible. It just looks so beautiful and so like medieval England. Obviously England's been around for thousands of years, and there's obviously still lots of structures that actually look very much like this. There's castles in almost every town. If you've never been, you should come. And the graphics just look totally absolutely phenomenal. So it's on an epic scale, this game. You've got epic scale, castle conquest, bone crunching, axe combat, and enough drinking competitions to floor any university students. Help you make you feel every inch the Norwegian Viking warrior slapped right across all the promotional art on this new adventure, as you can see from these promotional images here. It is really exciting in that sense. If you love anything to do with Vikings or anything to do with this, then you will absolutely adore this game. So the combat can become a little tedious. With the your shield isn't really worth anything, but everyone you normally can take down, so that does become a little bit tedious. There's epic raids where you actually battle against a whole army. The introduction of spearmen and soldiers like this one here, as you can see in this image. He's the size of an NFL defender there, isn't he? Absolutely huge, swinging a massive ball and chain that you've really got to keep your wits about you, or that's just going to take you out. And you have to change your tactics. That you can parry away most of the spears with your shield, but a shield against this guy swinging his ball and chain is no good whatsoever. It's like it just works like paper. It won't really protect you in that way. So when you're fighting against these really big, huge, massive guys, then you have to think about how you're actually going to take them down. And there are ways to do that. So there's also a larger focus on upgrading all of your gear and your weapons instead of replacing them after every mission. So there's more time spent chopping off people's heads. And as you can see from these images, you can upgrade your gear. Some of these weapons just look absolutely fantastic. The hammers, the huge swords, the kind of ball and chains, the axes, the bows and arrows. There's a device on the wrist, which is obviously you've probably seen in the trailer. All of these weapons look absolutely fantastic and are great to use, and it's really a brilliant feature to actually upgrade everything as well. And then you can just upgrade stuff and out you go. Obviously chop off more heads, as we say. So Valhalla represents Ubisoft's best take on an RPG genre yet, especially with these new settlement managements which you can build upon from Assassin's Creed 3. You've got your second in command of the Vikings clan, and it's your job to collect all of the resources for the new building. So you go out and you can see the beautiful countryside, and you can collect all the different resources and tell people where all of the resources actually are. And when you go back, you can obviously build things in your own settlement when you get back on your ship. The scenery does look absolutely stunning. The English countryside looks amazing, and it really has added a fantastic element to this game and works extremely well. And as you can see from these images here, it looks absolutely beautiful. It really does, and it adds another element to the game and knocks it up to a new level. So Valhalla doesn't completely ditch all of the stealth, as I mentioned earlier, but it's hardly the main focus, and the good reason is because you're playing a huge, massive Viking warrior. You can do it in a female mode, so you can be the same character, but a female. But as you can see from this image here of this chap, he's a really big, massive, hulking Viking warrior, and it would just seem a bit strange, possibly, if he was leaping across rooftops like a delicate assassin, I suppose. Then he's got lots of strengths, he's got lots of abilities, and as you can see, all of this weaponry is huge bulking weaponry as well, so you need to be a big guy to wave all these huge axes around as well. Fortunately, the hand-to-hand combat is so satisfying. No one will really miss all the stealth-focused missions. Your ability to choose different weapons and swords and spears, and the classic axe, as you can see from this image here. Each weapon features a slew of their own bloody finishing animations, giving you a taste of the brutal warfare the Vikings are renowned for. Now, these two axes, it's a very typical image of a Viking, normally with his horned helmet, which I don't actually believe they wore, but that's another story, running towards various people and taking them out, no problem whatsoever. You'll enjoy all of this element. So the bow and arrow has also been given a larger focus in Valhalla. Now it was the biggest technical thing of the age to have a bow and arrow, and it will really take out lots and lots of guards very simply when you're trying a little bit of stealth to sneak up on a castle, for argument's sake. But when you're also used to target an enemy's weak points during a melee of combat, like killing the leader or whatever you want to do, and I really think that the likes of bows and arrows are phenomenal in games. I think it's just great that you can just sit and take people out. It really is enjoyable from that point of view. There's more drinking competitions than you can actually you could have after a massive, huge sporting event. Drinking is still part of the Northern European culture, massively, especially in the part of the world where we come from. Maybe this is because the Vikings invaded quite a long time ago, and it's just stuck with us, and all of the drinking has just carried on. That's probably truer than we actually realise, to be honest with you. So each kingdom, you have to uncover all these unique plot lines, which is really interesting as well, and there's a cast of characters and challenges that you actually have to overcome, and all of this seems to be historically correct. All the names seem to be historically correct. Even mentions where we are here in Northumbria, which is in the north of the country, obviously Northumbria, but you can tell by the name that came from the likes of the Romans and the Vikings. All of the names in this part of the world they have left their mark as such as well, and there's lots of obviously Celtic tattoos, and there's lots of obviously Northumbrian tattoos as well, which the Vikings obviously left here as well. So it's all about finding allies and assassinating targets and massive large-scale battles. That, in a nutshell, is what Assassin's Creed Valhalla is all about. So you'll go and you'll find the right kind of people, and you'll make allies with certain communities, and you'll also have epic battles. The epic battles are so much fun, they're absolutely phenomenal. They really, really are, and the ships are great, and they're entering all of the towns, and everything you do is just so enjoyable. So the game is all about honour, it's all about glory and leadership, and the arc of the main character's journey. The choices will be made to leave long-lasting impacts right across the kingdom. So everything that you do does have an impact right across the various kingdoms as well. And this is obviously a rival character, and this is obviously the character that you would play Evo. So the main characters have all the attributes you expect from a leader in such a game: strength, stealth, fighting skills, and they can be upgraded through the progression of the game and how far you actually get as well. So what you'll do is you'll find lots of abilities in books and knowledge, and these are hidden throughout the world, and they can be upgraded. Well, they have their own upgrade tier, which improves the power and effectiveness of everything that you actually unlock as well. So as you move through the game, your journey you'll be rewarded with mega exotic gear from the far parts of the globe. And this is just two examples here. This is a helmet and an axe, and they look absolutely phenomenal. This would just send fear right up the right into your enemies and right up their spine if anyone saw you dressed in this exotic gear. It just looks really, really great. Absolutely fantastic. Furthermore, you'll be unlocking combat options with dual wielding combinations, and you even get to unlock the legendary sword Excalibur as well, which is just one of the things within the game that I thought was quite different, and this has a massive effect on the people that you can actually take out. And when you return after you've been on these various quests, then you will be able to build a variety of different structures back at your settlement, and this is just an image of one of them. And all of the stuff will be brought back from your quest, and you'll be able to build all different kinds of things. You can also build your own custom crew, a crew of raiders to ride with, and you can assign yourself a lieutenant. This is one of the John's Viking lieutenants. This is Drengi the Dim, why he's called that, I have no idea. But you can have all of this crew, and you can share all of this crew with your friends online as well. You can customize your characters as well with tons of different tattoos. Tattoos are all different kinds, and this is the female version of the character, where she has various tattoos in various places as well, as you can see. So you can also take potions which open up your senses, and you can leap to the beyond. And obviously the beyond in their religion, in Norwegian religion, is Asgard, the legendary realm in Norse myth, and this is it here. So you can actually go to Asgard, where obviously the likes of Thor would be. So that is all just part of the game as well. So that is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Thank you very much for watching. This is obviously the male character and the female character as well, and you will enjoy playing this without a doubt. It is an absolute hoot. Thanks for watching, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Cheers.
So